Hello everyone, and welcome to a breakdown on Pyro's choice of melee weapons. In this video, we will discuss all of Pyro's melees and break down their uses and their ups and downs. Now, this is my opinion and the opinion of other Pyro players that I've talked to, so take this all with a grain of salt. First off, we'll break the weapons up into two groups, damage and utility. Utility is any weapon that will give you a bonus when you use it, so let's break it down and start. We'll start off with damage. They're all shit. You know, I feel like there's a way to put out damage as a Pyro at close range without using your melee. A much easier, reliable, and more forgiving way to put out a lot more damage over time with a little bit more range than melee. Oh wait. I'd say for every kill you get with your melee, you should have 30 or so more kills with your primary and secondary. Melee should be very scarcely used. So, with that, we can scratch the stock, the sharpened volcano fragment, the third degree, the neon annihilator, and the extinguisher off the list of acceptable candidates. So, now that we know using melee as a main damage output is practically useless, what utility weapon do we use? Well, the back scratcher is a good option. It does an additional 25% damage, a total of 82, even though you should just use your shotgun or flare gun to deal burst damage, but the main stat to look at is the healing. You get a crippling fourth of the heals you'd normally get from mediguns, dispensers, and the payload cart. Really anything that isn't a medkit. However, speaking of medkits, when picking up a medkit, you receive an additional 50% health. Meaning, with a small medkit, you get 52 instead of the original 35, and with a medium one, you get 132 instead of 88. The back scratcher is great for surviving behind enemy lines or off to the side in skirmish, yet it's not as good as some of the other utilities. This leads to the next utility weapon, the Homewrecker. The Homewrecker is one of the two weapons outside of the Engineer's Wrench that can remove sappers. The other weapon that can remove sappers is the Neon Annihilator, but the Homewrecker removes them in one hit, while the Annihilator takes 2 hits. The Homewrecker also deals 25% less damage to players, yet it does 200% damage to buildings. Destroying any building just takes 2 hits. So, now this leads us to our last choice for melee. So what could possibly be so great and diverse that it outshines all the aforementioned choices? Well, that is the Power Jack. This is the end all be all for melee. An additional 15% movement speed is added to the wearer when the Power Jack is out. The movement speed also comes with a cost. When equipped, the owner takes 120% damage from almost all damage types dealt to the player. Also, if in a pinch, the Power Jack restores 25 health on kill. Now, the reason why the Power Jack is so great is because it adds movement speed to a class that is limited on range. Chasing spies, getting to the front lines, running away, closing the gap, getting to hard to reach areas. All of this just got 15% easier when using this weapon. With all of this, your melee is up to you. These, again, are just general thoughts of the community, and every weapon has its own situations where it shines. Well, except this cunt.